Welcome to the AI Queens podcast, the show where women entrepreneurs learn to ditch the overwhelm, embrace AI, and build businesses fit for royalty. I'm Erika Stanley, your host and tech expert, here to deliver tools, tips, and actionable strategies to help you scale smarter. Let's get to it. Hey, Queens. Before we dive into today's episode, I have to tell you about something that just blew my mind. Last week, OpenAI released a new image model directly inside of ChatGPT, and it's crazy good. Like, I'm getting better results straight out of the box than with any of the other image models I've played with. And I don't know why exactly, but I'm guessing it's because ChatGPT is a native language model. So it's already trained in how to interpret what we're asking for so it can respond. So I guess now it would make sense that it's taking that similar logic and using it to create super good imagery from your questions, from your prompts. My mid-journey prompts, for example, are basically dissertations compared to what I'm giving ChatGPT. If you have a sec, go check out my Instagram where you can see the process of going from a couple of Easter chocolates on my desk to a full-blown imagined photo shoot of an alien abduction. Super realistic, totally AI, and all right inside of ChatGPT, a tool you are already using. Take 15 to 20 minutes today and just play. Granted, it's just for paid members right now, but as I will say over and over again, it is the best $20 you will spend in your business. I want you to get in there and just play around. Try and design your next tattoo or upload a photo of yourself and ask it to put you riding a camel in front of the pyramids. Whatever you can imagine, you can do. And it's not going to be perfect, but just like with all AI now, it will get better and it's going to continue to get better and continue to blow your mind. And this is exactly why we are staying ahead of the curve by getting in there and playing around and trying things out to stay ahead. Now, on with the show. Hey there, my AI curious queens, and welcome to the AI Queens podcast, where we are rewriting the rules of tech on our terms. I'm Erika Stanley, and welcome to part 2 of our Real Queens mini series. Last week, we talked about how to make AI feel more like you. And today, we're flipping the script to explore something equally important: where AI falls short and why that's actually fantastic news for your business. I don't know if you saw my post for April Fool's Day, but I shared this story about a man who lost his entire inheritance to a cat because he used AI to write the eulogy and the obituary for his dad. Turns out there was fine print in there that required him to show, quote, genuine emotional grief. And the AI generated content was so obviously hollow that the judge awarded everything to the cat, Mr. Pickles, instead. Okay, so I know it sounds totally ridiculous when you say it out loud, but it tricked quite a few people who ended up in my DMs, which just highlights how believable it is that someone, and of course it's a dude, would outsource something as sensitive as a eulogy to AI. Yes, that was an April Fool's joke, but it does touch on something very real. There are moments where AI simply can't capture the depth of human emotion, expertise, and nuance. And today, we're celebrating those limitations as your greatest business advantage. Okay, here's the most important thing I want you to take away from this episode. You are the expert in your field, not AI. Just last week, I taught a workshop to over 30 women in my networking group how to create custom bots for their brands. The workshop was a little one, it only lasted 20 minutes. But afterwards, so many of them came up to me with these light bulb moments. They realized that what makes their bots powerful, it's not the technology. All of them had been using ChatGPT or Claude or Pilot before. It's the expertise and the perspective that they were putting into the bot that was making it powerful. And you can't replicate that. You can give it instructions, it can learn, but it doesn't have the wealth of your entire lived experience to pull from. So, this brings me to my mantra for today's episode: outsource the busy work, but don't outsource your brain. Let me say that again: outsource the busy work, but don't outsource your brain. AI can and should handle the repetitive tasks that drain your energy and steal your time. But your strategic thinking, your expertise, your unique perspective, that's your brand's superpower. And that's where the magic happens. Think of AI as your right hand woman. She knows a lot about your business and can help you get things done faster. She can even help you brainstorm and help you strategize and think of things in a different way. But what she doesn't have, your years of expertise, your specific deep industry knowledge, your intuitive understanding of your clients, your ability to read between the lines. The most successful AI queens understand this fundamental truth. AI is your partner, not a replacement for your brain. This brings me to a crucial principle when working with AI: trust but verify. Okay, I was working with a client recently to create a custom bot for her coaching business. We were both so excited about how this bot was going to help her scale her content creation and save her hours each week. We carefully trained it on her materials, we put in a ton of information into the knowledge base. The initial outputs looked great. But then something interesting happened. The bot started using the word empowered to describe her clients. Now, that word by itself isn't bad, and I use it myself occasionally, but for her, it was a complete no go. In one of her keynote talks, she actually mentions how the word empowered to her means that she's giving her clients power, which they don't need because they had it all along. It's a slight difference in wording, but her bot never would have known that nuance without her expert review. Now, the issue wasn't the AI generated content. The issue was that it missed a subtle but critical aspect of her philosophy that actually differentiates her from all the other coaches and speakers out there. And that's where trust but verify comes in. Here's a 3-step, super simple process that I recommend you do with every output. First, read everything with your expert eye. Does it align with your knowledge and your expertise? Second, check for nuances specific to your field. Are there industry specific details that might need tweaking? And third, and most important, add your unique perspective before sharing. What's an insight that only you can provide? If the output that AI is giving you is an output that it could give to someone else in your same field, that's where you need to add your specific and unique perspective. Make these little tweaks. Don't get lazy with this. The minute you start copying and pasting AI outputs without your expert review is when you start sounding like everyone else. And in a crowded market, blending in is the kiss of death. Remember, AI is brilliant at making things sound professional, but professionalism without personality is just more beige noise in a Technicolor world. Now, let's talk about developing what I call the AI opportunity mindset. The habit of asking yourself, how can AI help me with this task? Y'all, I ask myself this all the time, and it's super simple. How can AI help me with this task? The shift in thinking isn't about replacing your work. It's about identifying where AI can remove some of the friction so you can focus on what you do best. So here's a perfect example from my own business last week. I was putting together that workshop on how to build your first bot, and I had all of my notes and my talking points outlined. I knew exactly what I wanted to say, but I also needed a presentation to go along with it. Now, I hate putting together presentation decks. Like, I would rather clean my bathroom than make PowerPoint slides. So instead of forcing myself through it, I asked, how can AI help me with this? Now, I know I've mentioned this app before, but here it is again. I used the AI in Gamma to create not a presentation this time, but a mini web page, a microsite that attendees could follow along with and that I could use as a lead magnet later for people who were not able to join the workshop. Y'all, I got almost 30 email signups just from that workshop, the microsite, and the replay of the workshop, all in something that I used for AI. The AI handled the design and structure, but my knowledge, expertise, and experience is what elevated the entire thing. I outsourced the busy work of creating the slides, but I didn't outsource my brain, my strategic thinking about what I knew this audience needed from me. Start training yourself to pause before you tackle any task you dislike or you find time consuming or repetitive and ask, how can AI help me with this? You'll be amazed at how often the answer opens up new possibilities you hadn't even considered. All right, let's talk about where the rubber meets the road for most of us using AI at this point, and that's content creation. So, I used to give this presentation. It was one of my favorites, and one of the first times I actually started using the word queens to describe my people on how to find your content gold. And I would stand on stage and draw a big circle in the air with one arm and say, "This is your ideal customer. All the things they love and care about, the things that keep them up at night, their hesitations, their reasons for buying, the reasons for not buying." And then I would draw another circle in the air with the other arm and say, "This is all the things that you do in your business, the things that you're passionate about, your unique point of view, your services." The intersection of those two circles, that's content gold for a queen. That intersection, what I call the content gold, that can't be generated by AI alone. It's going to require your specific expertise and your deep understanding of your people. This concept is the foundation upon which I built my strategic storytelling bot. I've mentioned this a few times. We're going to go through it a little bit here, but it's taking those things in the middle of those circles, the middle of the Venn diagram, and turning them into content gold for your audience. The bot isn't writing for you, it's writing with you. It's going to help structure and organize your thoughts. It's going to apply proven storytelling formulas and manage the mechanics of writing. But your expertise, your stories, your unique perspective, that's what's going to make the content truly valuable to your audience. That's why I didn't just build another writing bot. I built a storytelling formula that gets your vibe, your voice, and your big ass vision because I trained it with my own formula, the one I use with my one on one clients to turn chaos into clarity. I actually have this strategic storytelling bot as a bonus for people who sign up for the AI Queen Society as an OG AI Queen on my Substack. So if you're interested, the link for that will be in the show notes. All right, Queens, let's do a lightning round exercise. Grab your phone or a notebook because this is going to help you identify where you can leverage AI and where to let your human magic shine. First, write down 3 tasks that you currently do that drain your energy. These are prime candidates for AI assistance. Maybe it's writing email responses or creating social media graphics or organizing your calendar to do list. That's a biggie for me. These are the tasks where AI can free you up to focus on higher value work. Next, identify one area where your expertise is most valuable to your clients. This is where your human touch should shine the brightest. Maybe it's the strategy sessions where you help clients see the possibilities that they couldn't imagine themselves, or the way you interpret data to find insights that others miss. Maybe it's how you craft messaging that perfectly captures their brand voice. This quick inventory is going to help you start thinking strategically about where to apply AI and where to double down on your irreplaceable human magic. As we wrap up today's episode, remember this key takeaway. AI's limitations aren't a bug, they're a feature. They create the perfect space for your irreplaceable human magic to shine. Remember, outsource the busy work, don't outsource your brain. This is what the AI Queen Society is all about. Women who are done waiting for the perfect words to magically appear. Women who want to tell their stories, own their brilliance, and still have time for a margarita and some tacos with their besties to chill at the end of the week. And if that's you, I invite you to check out the AI Queen Society now on Substack. Paid founding members are going to be called my OG AI Queens, and will get access to the strategic storytelling bot that we talked about earlier, as well as a workshop to build your own custom storytelling bot. And all paid subscribers get access to monthly trainings, monthly Ask Me Anythings, and access to our private group chat where I'll be popping in to answer your questions about AI throughout the weeks. Remember, it's not about letting AI take away your voice. It's about amplifying what makes you unmistakably you while giving yourself permission to focus on the parts of your business that truly light you up. Head on over to the AI Queens Society at aiqueensociety.com to learn more and to join our royal court. And don't forget to share your AI Queens moments on Instagram. I'd love to see where your human expertise is making all the difference in your business. Until next time, keep reigning with AI. Thanks for listening to the AI Queens podcast. If you loved today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow queen who needs to hear this. Want more tips and tools? Join the AI Queens Society at aiqueensociety.com and start ruling your business with confidence today. Until next time, stay bold, stay Stay curious and keep reigning with AI.